O.J. Simpson in court trying to win a new trial and get out of the extensive prison term he is serving for armed robbery and kidnapping. He's expected to take the stand today, and ABC's Neil Karlinski has the story.
When O.J. Simpson takes the stand this morning, it will mark some of the most anticipated testimony in any courtroom in years. He never testified in his famed 1995 murder trial for the deaths of his ex-wife and a friend, and never took the stand in the robbery and kidnapping case that put him behind bars 4 years ago either.
How important is his performance, if you can call it that, tomorrow, to his fate?
It's big because some of these are going to come down to credibility determinations by the judge.
Simpson friend Tom Scotto, who traveled to Las Vegas just to watch, tells ABC News Simpson runs the gym and coaches a baseball team in prison and is ready to finally speak up for himself in court.
What do you think he has to do on the witness stand?
He needs to be himself. Be genuine like he is. Be charismatic like he is. Just be O.J.
Simpson's last-ditch case is built on the allegation that his former attorney, Yale Galanter, wouldn't put him on the stand and generally didn't do a good or even fair job in 2008 when he went on trial for this bizarre Vegas robbery. Galanter has remained silent but will testify later. But not before O.J. Simpson once again finds himself in the media crosshairs, in court, finally telling his version of events with his freedom at stake. For Good Morning America, Neil Karlinski, ABC News, Las Vegas.
And for more on both cases, let's go to Vinny Politan, a former prosecutor, now hosts HLN's After Dark. Vinny, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. You heard O.J.'s friend right there. He says when he takes the stand today, for the first time we're ever going to see him in one of these trials, taking the stand. The friend just wants him to be himself. Is that going to work?
He can't just be himself. He's got to do something much, much more, which is somehow say that his attorney messed up in a huge way. And I think what he might say, George, is that his attorney was with him in Vegas the night before the big caper, the robbery and this kidnapping, and his lawyer knew what he was going to do, and his lawyer may have actually been involved and knew his plans, and as a result had some sort of conflict of interest to represent him at the trial to protect himself. I think that's his only chance, but is a judge really going to believe him?
And of course, the attorney's going to have a chance to come back and rebut the testimony as well. Let's move on to Jodi Arias. I mean, now in the sentencing phase of her trial, we know what the prosecution is going to do with their medical examiner witness, try to prove cruelty.
Yeah, and to prove the cruelty, this is what I think the prosecutor has to do in court today, Juan Martinez, is say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, she had a gun, she had a knife. She could have shot him in his sleep, one shot, back of the head. He never would have known what happened. Instead, she chose to stab him 29 times. Why did she do it, ladies and gentlemen? Because she wanted him to suffer. She wanted him to know he was going to die, and she wanted him to know who was doing it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is cruelty. I think that's his best argument today.
We also saw that interview from Jodi Arias saying she now wants the death penalty. You think the jury is going to buy that?
No, because it came out of Jodi Arias's mouth. They know that she is a liar. She lied to them in court, under oath, on the witness stand. She lied to investigators. That's all she does. I think she thinks she's smarter than everybody and is trying to use some sort of reverse psychology. Don't give me the death penalty, hoping that she gets life.
So is there anything she can do to save herself?
Well, here's the thing. You know, with a death penalty, it's a very personal decision for a lot of jurors. The fact that she's a woman, that she's a young woman, is probably her best bet, because you've only got about 64 women on death row out of 3,000 in this country. So odds are she has a better chance than a man might have. But in light of everything this jury has heard, especially from Jodi Arias herself, I think she's got a difficult task here.
Okay, Vinny, thanks very much.